Hi guys. So I just wanted to make a quick video while I'm waiting for completed films from Fridays. And I figured I'd make my ghost stories video. And just so you guys know, because I know I haven't really made a video too much with my hair down, this is my real hair. This is not extensions. This is my real hair. It's just that long. So anyways, let me turn the TV down. Okay. So, I know I haven't made a Ghost Stories video in a while, and there's been a lot of stuff that's happened, and I think I've got it under control now. So, just let me start off by, I guess my neighbor Teresa said something to John in the forms of, if we were to hear from her, the spirit of her uncle, to please tell him that she's moved to the house on the corner. And so John, being John, one night was really, really drunk and decided to yell at the spirits and tell them to get the F out and that they did not live here anymore, and if they didn't leave, he was going to kick their effing ASS's. Yeah. So, needless to say, the spirits didn't like that. And I'm sorry, because it seems like it's lagging, and I don't know if it really is or not. So, hopefully it's not, and hopefully you guys can see this. So, anyways, the first thing that happened was one night I was laying in bed, or laying on the couch, and I was sleeping, and I felt breath in my ear, and literally heard this thing say, they either said get up or get out, and I'm not sure which, but it was not in a nice voice. It was in a very angry, demonic male voice, and it scared the living crap out of me, guys, like, for real. Scared the crap out of me. So, needless to say, I jumped up and I was so scared. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to die. Yeah, scared the living crap out of me. So the next thing that happened, yeah, I didn't see nothing, by the way, nothing. There was nothing there, there was nothing there. The next thing to happen was, make sure I got my story straight. Text message, sorry guys. I'll answer that in a minute, it's a tweet. The next thing that happened was, I was sitting here listening to the radio, and the radio kept changing the station, and I was like, oh, what is wrong with my radio? So I'd go over and I'd change the station back. And wouldn't you know that the station would change again, and I was like, really starting to get irritated because this happened like 5 times in a row, and I was like, okay, this is getting irritating, and I'm really getting sick of it. So I hear the station starting to change again, so I get up again and I go over there, and it's steady changing the station to a station that's not even on that radio. Like, if I turn the dial, that station does not come up. Does not come up. Like it even exists. So, I firmly said, okay, this is enough, I'm done. I'm like, I'm trying to listen to the radio, turn it back. And you know what happened? You know what happened? The frigging stereo started to slowly turn the station back. Like, you could see it going backwards. And I was like, okay. Alright. So it stopped at like 95.6. And I was like, no, I was listening to 95.1. Turn it back. So it starts moving again and lands on 95.1. What is that? So I was like, alright. Well, then another thing that happened was I was laying on the couch again, because sometimes I like to sleep on the couch. It's just my thing. I like my space, and every once in a while I'll sleep on the couch. I sleep better on the couch. I don't have my night terrors on the couch, so I don't really like to sleep on the couch sometimes. So anyways, Logan's big blue ball, which is not outside, but big old blue beach ball like that big, thrown at my head while I was sleeping Everybody else was asleep. It was in the middle of the night. And the freaking thing bounced off my head. What is that? I don't even know. And I'm not as observant as Cookie with these orbs or anything, so if they're popping up, I probably won't even notice. So I'm sure Cookie will be examining my video and be like, hey, look at that. She's done that before. But anyways, so yeah. So I was telling John about it, and he told me about what he did, and I was like, why would you do that? Why? Why would you threaten a spirit? Why? So then Caitlin starts to have problems. Something's scaring her at night. She'd wake up every other night screaming. And not like your normal I'm poopy or I'm wet or I'm cold cry. It was the I'm terrified, I'm going to die cry. So I go in there and I pick her up and I say, what's wrong, baby? And she goes, I'm scared. And I said, you're scared of what? And she's like, I'm scared of the monster in my house. And this happened for about 3 nights in a row. Well, 3 nights that week. Every other night. Started getting a little irritated. Well, then our neighbor Lynette came over and she had her car. And the freaking door locks. Hold on, my screen went out and I don't want it to end the video. The door locks were locking and unlocking like crazy, and the car alarm was going off like crazy, guys. Like, I mean, just kept going off for no reason. Nobody was near the car or nothing. So, text message. Sorry, it's my husband. So what I did was I took my little nifty ghost radar thing and I stood by the car and it said something. And it said brave. And I said, damn right I'm brave. I said, I ain't scared of you. As soon as I said that, the lock stopped. The alarm stopped. Everything stopped. And it said, oh, the guys were getting ready to go mudding. And as soon as they left, drove past us, it said mud. Mud. But, okay, you guys probably seen my snake video, right? If you haven't, it's in there under snake attack. So look at my videos under snake attack. Another night, I had the ghost radar out, and me and Lynette were playing with it. Yeah. Well, first it said Johnson. And I looked at Lynette and I said, do you know a Johnson? And she's like, my mother. And I was like, oh. She's like, yeah. I was like, it said walk next. Her mom is buried in the cemetery that is in walking distance. And I'm like, well, maybe she wants you to walk to the cemetery. And then it says enter. I'm pretty sure her mom was trying to tell her she wanted her to walk to the cemetery and enter and visit. And that was like, no, it's in the middle of the night. I'm not going over there. So then before everybody left, it was real quiet for a few, and then it said long species. Okay, so the first thing that pops in my head is if it's long and it's a species of some sort, snake. The very next morning, I have a freaking snake in between my doors. Now, mind you, I don't see snakes hardly ever at my house. Hardly ever. And there was a snake in my door. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this ghost radar thing is pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. So, and I'm sure there's other things that I'm just not thinking of. But I'm sure I'll think of them later. And then I'll make another video. But So that's my ghost stories for right now. Yeah. There's some spooky stuff that happens in this house. Oh, by the way, I decided that I'd had enough. Anyways, I got off track. Sorry. I finally had enough because it started scaring this kids, whatever this is, whatever's in this house. I don't know. But whatever it is, I finally was like, look, sorry John threatened you. I'm like, but if you don't stop scaring my kids, I'm going to have to make you leave. And you know what? Nothing's happened. Everything's been calm and peaceful. Caitlin has not been waking up anymore. Everything's been calm and peaceful. So I'm pretty sure something was going on in this house. I just don't know what. But that is my ghost stories video for tonight. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys have any more ideas for videos you'd like me to do, feel free to ask. And I just figured I'd been telling you guys I was going to do a ghost stories video, and now that I have my computer and I'm waiting for Cookie, I might as well do it. So, alright guys, I'm going to go now.